Okay, all right. Welcome back, guys. This is the North Court. I'm your host, Anas, today. To my right,
Sijil.
You got me, Raheel.
And Osama.
yes, Mr. Osama. He came up with the topic today, actually. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so the topic for today is higher education. How important it is. Is it? Sorry. And just the effects of it.
So if I'm understanding correctly, the question is higher education. Is it necessary?
Yes.
That's the gist of it.
yeah.
Let's just make it simple. Do
Yeah.
you need it or not?
Do you need it or not?
Let's make it more broad.
Right.
To survive, I don't know. I think you can survive off less.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
Surviving is not living, right?
Yeah,
We
okay.
discussed this.
That's different.
So I want to get someone's opinion. Sijil, tell me about it, bro. Well, you're going to university right now.
I'm going to college.
You're going to college right now. You think you made the right decision?
I took the slower path. I'm going to college first, get eased into it a little, because my learning habits weren't the best coming out of high school, going through a rough path, making some poor decisions. So I eased into it, got myself back into learning and actually focusing. I think it was a good decision for me based on what I want to do in the future and what I'm looking to become, which is I want to go into law. I want to become a lawyer.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully one day.
Yeah, you definitely need school for that. You definitely need university for that.
There's no other way around it. And
Right.
It's what I'm passionate about, right? So in my opinion, I do think I need it.
Well, yeah, because you can't become a lawyer.
I
You
agree. You know,
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
this is not the UK or Pakistan where you just end up in law school right after high
Like
school.
you can pay for your license.
Yeah, you can pay for your license.
I wish. I mean, I've considered going to the UK too, but I don't know.
Yeah, I heard the UK is shorter, right?
Yeah, it's 3 years.
And you go in straight from high school.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it's amazing, but it's also kind of tough. I'd say.
It's competitive, right? To
Yeah.
get in at that point.
But
Right.
you'd be a lawyer right now in the UK.
Let's not talk about that.
How long is it? Does it take to become a lawyer in Canada?
About 7 years.
7 years, and that's if you
Yeah.
go right out of university.
Right out
Or
of
right out of-
university, you do your undergrad, you go to law school.
Okay.
Taking about a year off for your LSATs, and
Yeah.
then you're an articling student after as well for the
Right.
year, and then you're a law student after, a lawyer after that. Sorry,
That's a lot of school.
a lot of
7
school and a lot of debt.
That's
Yeah.
How much is law school in Canada?
I don't want to go there.
I was
No, we gotta go there. We gotta know.
I was
uh,
in Osgood one time,
Yeah.
right? And
Why were you in Osgood?
Just whatever.
He's
doing-
studying.
Don't worry about what I was doing. Anyways,
You're not even a law student.
okay. Anyways, I overheard a
Who
conversation.
were you there with?
I overheard a conversation.
No.
I overheard a conversation of some girl who said she took out a $100,000 loan
Yeah,
from a bank to cover her
credit line.
Yeah, because OSAP
yeah.
doesn't cover it no more.
Yeah.
You need
Exactly.
a direct bank loan.
Right. So 100,000. What's the estimate though? Is that going to cover 2-3 years of law school?
Maybe Osgood is more, but I was looking
'Cause
at
it's
numbers.
the number
I was
one
looking at
law
numbers,
school,
right?
Osgood is definitely more.
Yeah. Like I was looking
Osgood.
at numbers too. It's around 18 to 20K a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm. But do you need to get an undergrad in something?
Yes,
To get
here
into law
Canadian
school?
system. Yeah, you do.
Yes,
Right.
You have to.
you have to have your 4 years
Yeah.
of your undergrad.
Right. But that's a specific profession, bro. Like, do you need university for that?
Yeah, I mean it depends on what you want to do, right? So for Cecil's case, yeah,
So let's say-
that's what
let's
he's trying
say-
to do, so he needs it.
Right. So let's say lawyer, doctor,
Yeah.
somewhat engineer, kinda. What else? A teacher, because you have to go to
Yeah. you
teachers
have to go to-
college, I guess.
Yeah,
Or like any sort of medical profession, sure, fine.
Mm.
But if you're not doing any of those, you don't need it.
yeah, I don't think so.
Let's
I
be
mean, I'm looking
honest.
at it right now.
Right.
The average cost at Osgood is about 150,000.
150.
UFT is 175,000.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Damn.
Numbers are crazy.
But you also have to look at the fact that once you graduate from these top law schools, you're
Right.
guaranteed a
Basically
job.
guaranteed a
But
job.
the thing
yeah.
is, through all the time that I've been in school, so I went to college first,
Yeah.
and now I'm in uni. So thing is, when you look at people who've only gone to college
Right.
and then started their careers earlier than you because they didn't go to uni, right? Where would you draw the line between those 3 years of experience being valuable versus those 3 years of education that I'm getting? Or like,
I'd say experience is more valuable than education every single time.
No, but
It definitely
what
is.
experience
Every
are you
single
getting
time.
though?
I want to go into law school. I'm not going to gain the experience that I need to be as a lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. Well, let's
Yeah.
forget about that.
I'm talking about like, let's take like another profession where you can have both options,
bro.
where you can go to college or where you can go to uni, right? So then, which one would you pick?
If you have the option, then I personally, if I was in that situation, I'd choose the college, of course.
Right, because okay. So let's ignore the professions where you need to be. You know, there's a regulatory board in place where you need to get the degree in order to be in one of those professions, like a medical profession, engineer, and also lawyer. Right. So let's forget about those ones. You
Okay.
need to go to university for those.
Yeah.
Let's agree on that.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
not what I'm talking
you
about.
can't. There's no way around it, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't want there to be any way around it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So what I'm saying is, anything less than that, or anything not that doesn't require it, I think you don't need university.
Okay, so you're also talking about professions that are one off. So not necessarily, it doesn't end at doctor, lawyer, engineer. It could also be scientist, master's student, PhD.
Right.
You need university for those.
Are those jobs though?
Yeah, you're
Oh,
learning.
yeah, those are-
You're changing the world by your research.
The PhD though, it's not like you're going to school. That's just still strictly schooling to become a professor, which you need schooling for, right?
Yeah, so
To
you would need
perform research.
you need schooling, you need higher education
Yeah.
to become a professor.
But I'm saying for almost every other career out there,
Okay.
you
Like-
don't need university,
Okay, how about psychology?
bro. Okay, that's a doctor. That's a doctor.
yeah,
That's
that-
medical.
that's-
If you're going to a therapist,
Okay.
make sure they don't like, you don't need a psychology degree. I wouldn't even go to a therapist that just has a psychology degree. That doesn't make sense. I'd rather go to a doctor, right?
Hmm.
Who's, there are doctors who specialize in psychology, right? The brain, because it's part of health.
I
right?
agree it's part of health, but psychology is a different
Bro,
STEM.
I've seen some people in psychology.
Huh.
I'm not trying to diss anybody out there.
Okay.
It's not the brightest people there. I'll be
All
honest.
right. Okay.
I'll
Let's
be
not say
honest.
that. Let's not say that.
I don't want to.
I think,
You can
okay.
get into med school with psychology.
of course, that's what a lot of people do to get the higher GPA and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for other things such as like business, computer science,
Okay.
computer programming, even some forms of engineering,
Okay.
you do not need to go to university for that.
I see.
I think if you were good at time management and you didn't need someone behind you telling you do this assignment, because with our degrees,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Computer science,
which is what?
he's computer science, I'm electrical engineering. I'm not going to use this shit ever. I'm very I might use some of it, but trust me,
It could have been learned.
I could have learned that on my own, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I just put in the time to research it first and learn it on my own.
Is there a licensing thing for you guys?
Well, there's professional engineers of Ontario, PEO,
Okay.
which is a license, but that's more for like civil engineers and
Let's say if you didn't like how you're saying I could have learned everything myself, right?
right.
If you did that, how would it limit you?
Well, if you don't get your professional engineering license, for some companies you're not able to get into certain positions, and then you're not able to get paid a higher amount, right?
Okay.
So
It's about pay, but you can get paid that amount still, even without the license.
So you're saying that you can't get the license without going to university, basically.
Yeah, you need to be accredited.
So even if
But-
it's self-taught, you're not able to get it.
Actually, you are, I think. I don't think you need the degree. I think you need 4 years experience. I might be wrong on that.
Okay.
But to
I might-
get the experience,
you need to work.
you need someone.
to
Someone,
learn.
someone's gonna
Listen,
have to take a
listen.
risk.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have to take a risk.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the point is,
That's true.
most companies are not willing to take the risk unless
They
you're
won't.
educated.
They
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
But let's get back to college. Like if the same thing is being taught in two places, right? You would obviously take the shorter route, and
Of
then
course.
go learn on the job.
Of course. Every time.
Yeah, real
Okay.
world experience is unmatched, right?
I think it's more valuable,
it's obviously more
Definitely.
valuable.
right?
The thing we have to understand is universities, these institutions were created
To make money.
No. The purest
okay.
form. The purest. No.
Man said no.
Nah. The purest form of university is to basically research, and that's the whole point of it, is to have a research facility
Right.
for masters and PhD students.
Okay.
Everything else is to help them, to basically fund them.
Right.
Like all the courses that they do
Yeah.
on the side is to fund their teaching, their research,
right.
right? So that was the purest form of university. So any courses you take in university, let's say for example, you're taking psychology. A lot of the psychology courses are filler courses,
Yeah.
and they just do that so they can have some extra cash to fund the university operations and to fund the researchers,
Well-
because most of the professors are there researching.
Well, universities are businesses
writing-
now.
Yeah,
They're hedge funds.
yeah.
They're
Not
hedge funds.
necessarily.
They have
Like I said, in the purest form, it's
Okay.
still there to advance society. Universities
Alright.
are like Harvard, MIT. You know,
Right.
all universities are doing research that is benefiting society in one way or another.
so why is this? All this stuff is online now, though. All the
Yeah, that's
MIT
the-
courseware, Stanford has all their courses up online.
yeah,
you can
so
get this stuff.
but those
for
also
free.
cost money. Some of them cost money. The thing
But
is,
what I'm talking about open course,
Yeah.
openware, right?
Yeah, I
Like
think-
MIT open course.
I think the thing is you're looking at it from a very different perspective, in the
Yeah.
sense that your degree could have been done by yourself. You
It
know,
could've.
you
It
felt
could've.
like you were robbed in a way.
No, I don't feel like I was robbed.
Huh.
I feel like I robbed myself.
Yeah, like
right?
'cause of
It's
not only the
self-discipline,
money,
right?
man.
Yeah.
If you had that,
If I had that,
you would have been able to do it.
right. But that's like going forward. That's what I'm gonna tell like my kids. I'm gonna go. You don't really need to go to university,
Yeah.
And it's not even
right?
about like
unless you want
the
those.
fees of the courses. Like,
professions.
you know, money is not even like the thing, the issue I have with it. It's just the time. You know, putting a time limit
Right.
on it, just because you're doing a degree, they put a time limit on it of 3 years, or you know,
Yeah.
or however long they do it, and then because of that, like you already have that in your mind, like, hey, yo, I have 3 years to do this,
Right.
where you can do it faster, I guess, if you do it on your own. Do you
But the thing is,
You could. Yeah.
it's an open ended. Like you can take longer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not
but I mean,
necessarily
as in,
like a
like-
time constraint. You
No,
can take
but-
as long as you want.
But imagine if you didn't do university,
Yeah.
and if you had like the discipline to learn it, you could
I
probably
think
learn
you
it
need
faster.
extreme discipline to be able to do it faster than university. I think Anas would agree with me on
Yeah.
that.
And also, did
Right.
we really have any other choices and any other options? Like I was
No.
taught that university was the only
No,
thing.
we didn't. We didn't have personally. We didn't have any
Of
other
course,
choices.
of course.
We had to go to university.
Yeah, that was the only way.
because
Yeah.
we don't have insider connections. We don't have any connections
Yeah.
that could
Well-
get us a job, and we don't know anyone who was running a business who would teach us business skills. Right?
Yeah.
And what did we go into university with the hopes of, into college with the hopes of, like
Make money.
to make more money, right? Like
Right.
more money
Successful.
than what we would make without a degree, right?
Yeah.
That's the
The end goal.
yeah.
Right. But then I think you could make like that's the thing, right? A lot of people think university is necessary because you won't make the same amount of money.
Yeah,
If
I
you
guess that's a
don't.
mindset. They think that
Right?
there's no money if you don't go to college or university. If
Yeah.
you're not educated, there's no money out there for you.
There's no money out there. But then like
That's what we've been taught. That's what we've been
Yeah.
taught.
That's what we've been taught, right?
Yeah,
But
and
I'm getting-
it's true to a point.
Right. I'm getting to a point where like I don't know if a lot of these university degrees will lead to a fulfilling career in that field of study. That's where I'm getting to. It's like
I think it really has to do with you at that point.
right.
it
But
really-
no, what
yeah.
I'm saying is like can you get to these like fulfilling careers without university? And I think you can. Right?
But fulfilling career could, like, someone could be
But the thing
someone
is,
could be internally happy and content
Right.
with planting trees.
Yeah. You
Right.
don't need university. For
You don't
that.
need university for that.
Right.
But like that's what I'm saying. It just
the
depends
majority
on the person.
the majority of the degrees at universities are pretty useless. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're money grabs.
They're money grabs.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just filler stuff that doesn't necessarily, like, there's some degrees that are pop culture or some nonsense like that.
Bro, people are going to science
Yeah.
to get a master's in science as well to end up with like no job.
well, at that
that's
point,
pretty
it's their
crazy.
choice, right?
No, it's not their choice because they had they present the picture.
Mm.
Universities present the picture
Universities, all these institutions.
Exactly. And that's the idea that we had. You come to university, you get a job, you get more money.
They make it seem so easy, and you're guaranteed. Come, we'll do
Yeah.
it for. It's like we'll do it for you.
But
yeah,
the thing
that's
is,
how they
like,
present it to you.
I feel like going to university or having a degree is like for show too, or like for the
It
world,
is.
or like
It's
you know,
signaling,
you can
signaling.
tell. Like people ask you, oh, "What do you have?" Even if you have the money, or even if like you're making the same amount, or you're making a reasonable amount of money without that, it's still people look at you different. Oh, you didn't go to school.
Yeah,
Right,
the
because
respect levels are
it's like-
different.
Yeah, because they probably went, right?
Yeah.
Or they someone they know that they respect.
They make
went.
you feel like, oh, you're not as good as us.
Yeah. And that's like, bro, I really think you have to. Okay, I'm getting far ahead, right? But like, I really think you have to teach your kids that there's other options that we didn't know of.
Definitely.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, for sure.
we
Definitely.
didn't know of these options. But what I'm saying is, like, for computer science,
Yeah.
would you agree, yes or no, that you don't need to go to university for that?
No, you don't. You can
Absolutely do not.
no, because everything I learned in school. So I was in a 4-year degree,
Right.
and I would say everything that I learned in school probably could have done myself within a year and a half, and the rest of the maybe like another year spent learning,
Doing projects. Posting them where?
on online GitHub, all that.
Exactly.
And then you're way better off than a fresh college graduate with probably maybe an internship, maybe not,
Right.
But the problem with that is that the reason why I say that university is also a good thing, even if you're doing a course like computer science, let's say you want to pursue further education, right?
Right.
You want to do a master's, you want to do a PhD,
Yeah,
because
then you need it.
But then you need it. That's what the question
that's
is.
No,
your
but
own-
the
you
thing-
need it, yes or no? And
yeah.
yes, you need it in that case.
Yeah. So if your goal is to just get a high paying job, right? And you want to do computer science, you don't have to go to school. You could do it yourself and get like a good job at Tesla, Amazon, whatever it is.
Even if you have to like start at like a shitty company or whatever, you still work your way up.
Yeah.
Because at that point, once you have that first job,
You're gaining experience.
nobody's looking at your degree.
Yeah,
Nobody's looking at your
they're
degree.
looking at the experience you have.
But like I said, in the purest form, university is an institution for research.
It's for money. It's
No,
a
man.
business.
In the very,
Basically, they're
like
using-
the very first universities, like and I'll tell you guys in a bit.
right.
The very first universities in the world were institutions of research. Like we know the universities in Baghdad, the very first universities, those were institutions of learning, research, and that's where algorithms came, math
Right.
came, algebra came, and that's where we are at today with all these advancements in technology. And that's why in the purest form, obviously along the way, the process changed and they started money hoarding, but it's an institution for learning, and that's why
Right.
a lot of university programs are just theoretical. And
Uh-huh.
you apply that knowledge later, and you're able to do research, find out more stuff,
Yeah.
contribute to the
Right.
So
Right.
I've been through both now. I've been to first I went to college, and now I'm in uni.
Uh-huh.
And now I feel like I was a lot more into my studying
Right.
when I was in college. You could apply it, like
yeah.
It's
in-
more real life
yeah
knowledge rather than just
Practical.
rather than just theory.
Yeah. See the thing with me is I'm saying like the majority of a society doesn't need to go to university.
But they're taught that they do.
They're taught that they do.
It's embedded in their minds.
If you're in grade 12 high school and
Listening
you
to
don't
this,
and you don't have a and you don't have a university lined up by March or April, bro, you're considered like the dumbest kid in the class.
that's honestly true. I could relate.
right? They make
'Cause I was in
such a
that
big
position,
deal.
right?
They make such a big deal about it.
And it's not just like the school. It's outside. It's
So
society.
society,
Right.
yeah. like,
Right? They make you feel like,
Yeah.
oh, like you're losing on life.
I think the
You're a
schools.
failure.
I think it
oh,
does
my
matter
son's
to the
going to
schools.
uni. Where are you going?
Yeah, that's the big question, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Not
Where
even
is
that. It's like, where's your son going? My
Yeah.
son got into this university.
yeah, not even like, bro, it's like my son got in here. Oh yeah, what about your son? You have a son my age,
Yeah.
or sorry, our sons are the same age.
Yeah.
He's graduating, right? Where is he going?
So in general, a degree doesn't matter, okay? But then where you get it from also doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Like,
At
you know,
all.
I guess
Depends.
depending on what you're studying.
Depends.
Yeah,
right?
it depends on
Okay,
the
fine.
subject.
It also
but,
that
like,
also depends,
Fine.
right?
But yo, like these other schools, like the U of T's, the McMasters.
Well, I mean, if we're looking at law school, we're looking at med school, we're looking
Right.
at like masters and
Then
stuff
it-
like
then it
then it
matters.
matters. Then it obviously
it
matters,
matters,
then
right?
it
like-
matters, but
But like for a general profession, like it.
Yeah, general
No,
undergrad
it's
just to get like your degree. I don't think
yeah.
it matters.
Some people just do the degree just to say they have a degree.
Oh, definitely.
That's what I think. Like,
That's what I'm.
I feel like that would be a waste of time. No, nobody really.
bro, it's signaling. It's
Mm.
signaling.
Okay, like you know where this comes from. I think where it's rooted from is high school. In high school, you had classes for kids that had a mindset of going to college,
Bro,
and then you had
Keep
people, and then you had
Keep going.
then you had students, then you had a special class, not a special class,
Keep
but a
going.
different class
I'm gonna jump in.
Mixed
For students.
university.
for students who are going to
college.
university.
I'm gonna jump in.
And you know that's where it starts. Originally, I didn't know what I was gonna do
Right.
until after I finished high school. But
right.
one of the reasons I had to go to college is
You were
because I
locked
didn't
in.
have those courses.
You were locked
'Cause
in.
I didn't- Like I didn't think about it enough, or like I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared to go to university. So that's why I
Right.
had to go to college first.
It's really
Due to
fucked
that.
up. It's
This
really
is-
fucked up. Like that's a fucked up system, which they are trying to change
They're trying to
Actually,
change that. Okay.
because they lock you in. When do they lock you in? Grade 9. They lock you in.
No. At that time, it's academic. Grade 11.
No, because the French you choose is either applied or academic. No,
Yeah,
am I
but it's
wrong?
applied
yeah, no, but
academic.
that doesn't matter.
It
Oh, it's
doesn't
mixed.
matter yet, right?
but grade 10 is it grade 10?
11.
No.
11.
11 and 12 is when
11 and 12.
Yeah.
So they suggest to some kids, yeah, you should probably do applied.
Yeah. They tell you,
they're
oh,
sorting you. They're sorting you.
You think that's messed up?
Yes, of
Why?
course.
Because they're already putting they're judging you.
They're
Right?
deciding your future.
So you think
they're
it's
limiting you. They're telling you, I don't think you're capable of doing.
They
But-
literally set you on a path in life for the most part.
how is
Yeah,
applied
fine.
limiting your future?
No, because then you can't go to university.
They're telling you you're not fit for university.
Yeah.
You know what that does to your self-esteem at 15,
16.
16?
Okay.
Think about that. What that does to your self-esteem.
Brings you down.
Think about what you think you can accomplish in life.
Yeah.
Unless you're top, otherwise, you're gonna take that and you're gonna feel it. I'm applied.
Mm-hmm.
I can't mention this to anybody. Like
And
some
that's
people,
how-
some people used to make fun of the kids. Like, oh, he's just applied. He's taking
He's
applied.
taking college courses. Who
Dude,
cares? He's dumb.
Bro, I'm
Yeah.
taking MH4U or whatever university courses.
Yeah.
This guy's taking college. Like, I don't even want to
But
talk to this guy.
Isn't the whole system based on merit?
No, it's not. You
Then how-
choose. You choose.
Yeah, exactly. You choose. So what's
But
the
they
problem?
suggest it to you.
Like they tell
Sometimes
you-
they don't let you either because they're like,
Yeah.
oh no,
Yeah.
your marks are a little too low. We don't think you'll
Who-
survive.
But even
who's-
if they let you choose,
your guidance counselor.
you're making a choice at 15.
16.
a year,
16.
okay, 1 year.
15,
Yeah.
16.
You
Whatever.
could be 15 too if you have a December birthday.
Yeah.
September
If you
to
wanna be-
December, you're 15.
If you
So
wanna
when
be
are you gonna decide?
logical.
Anyways, 15, 16, they're telling, like, they're making you make a choice. Are you going to university or are you going to college? And some people make that like a financial decision at that point, right? They go, do I want to take on this much loan? Do I want to take on this much debt? Right? Am I going to use this? People have told me I'm dumb my whole life. I might as well just continue being dumb and just get through high school, right?
Yeah, like basically, and that's how I felt. You know, when I was in college, or like when I was in high school. Sorry,
Right.
That's how I felt with my like guidance counselors. Like they
What-
made it feel like I couldn't do university.
Why did you choose
Yeah.
applied courses instead of academic?
Because of them. Because I was told like, oh,
Right.
your grades aren't high enough, or like, you know, you can't. If you're getting this right now, you can't really make the jump, right?
Yeah.
And now when I'm in university, like it's honestly all it is. I think is time management.
Yeah, that's for a
Like,
lot of cases.
You know, like if you have good time management skills, you can do anything.
Can I
Like,
just
you
say
know.
high school guidance counselors are they're useless.
They really are.
They have no
honestly.
point.
If they're so useless, why are we
No.
letting them make such big decisions for
No,
our
there's
students?
again, they're just suggesting it is your choice at the end of the day.
No, I don't know what guidance
it's
counselor you
not.
had.
It's not
I
your
went
choice,
to all
man.
of the ones in our high school.
Huh.
You tell them to input this, they'll be like, all right, I'll do it.
No, but like I said,
They're not. They're either telling you can't do it, or they'll feel overwhelmed because they're old and they're at the end of their career.
Right.
All right, whatever you say, buddy, I'll put it in. You're there to guide the people, but you're not there to demotivate them as well.
Yeah. That's straight like you're dissing the kid.
honestly, even if let's say you can't handle university, right? But
Right.
no one's telling you do it in the 4 years. Like, this is not, there's no time limit on
You
it.
could be a part-time student.
Yeah,
like,
Right.
you
You
can do
take
it.
on the full course load.
Yeah.
You can do
Right?
it at your own speed. So therefore, you can't tell me I can't do university.
But you do have that option. Nobody's stopping you from doing it.
I know. We're not saying
We're
like,
not saying
you
they're
don't have the
stopping.
option, but it just at that age, you're just listening to them saying it, and it affects you. You believe it.
Yeah, a lot of your teachers have like a big impact on you,
Yeah.
right? In your future.
Yeah, when you, on your report card, that comment section.
Right. That's such a
So,
big deal.
I don't think he's performing well. He might not pass the class, or
right.
he won't go into the next grade. Stuff like that. It's just like,
Exactly.
it demotivates you because then you take that report card home.
Yeah.
Your parents, you get that backlash as well, right?
But then how else are you gonna know you're doing well enough
What do you mean?
if you can't get graded on stuff?
No, I'm not saying graded. I'm saying the comments, the way they relay the information to you.
Okay.
It's always demotivating rather than motivating.
So how are they supposed to say it?
They could take it to you in a personal matter rather than, because a lot of parents, I don't know if you guys can agree, they take it in the wrong way as well.
Yeah. I mean, in our area especially,
Yeah.
right? Like you have a lot of immigrant parents,
Exactly.
right? Who have come from a different schooling system, and the way we're being taught is different from the way they were. right?
Completely different.
It's completely different. So,
Remember getting letters on those report cards like
A, B,
excellent.
C,
oh yeah.
No,
yeah.
as in
And then,
like
oh,
performance.
excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
satisfactory.
So like you would take that home to your parents and they'd be like, why are you getting this?
But so let's get back to a little bit of the university is needed
Yeah.
or not. I think for the majority of us, unless you're doing a specialized thing like engineering, medical or law or something like that, then yes, you need university. But the majority of us, I think we need to be taught other ways, like business skills, like how to operate.
financial skills.
I recently heard like they're making coding a part of grade 1 curriculum.
Right. I've
Which
heard that too.
You've heard that too, right?
I've heard that
That's a
too.
good move.
Because that's a useful business skill. Because
Definitely.
now you're a part of a business, and you
you're
have
learning.
you can bring that skill to the business. Right?
That
Even
knowledge.
if we're not saying I'm not saying you should go out and start a business or whatever. I'm saying to be a functioning part of society, a functioning part of these businesses, you don't need university,
Yep.
right? Because a lot of the skills you're taught are on the job for a lot of jobs.
Yeah, like they have their own training, right?
Right? And like trades is amazing, right? They teach you practically in colleges or whatever,
Yeah.
but the majority of your learning
Happens
Is
on the job.
on the job site,
Yeah.
right? And I think a lot of jobs are like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of jobs are like that.
Yeah, company to company varies on the way they want to train their employees as well, right?
Exactly. People do like apprenticeships and imagine if you had the opportunity to do like internships in high school and like apprenticeships in high school.
I think you do some places.
Some places, but I think those are majority of trades.
I think that was
No?
more of like auto.
Hands-on.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, like the trades are apprentices like that. But imagine if you were like a month in like a business, like they sat you down at a computer. This is what we do. You don't really need to go to university for that.
Okay, so the problem is that the university system, it's really profitable, and it's also so ingrained in society that
Right.
that a lot of businesses and a lot of high tiered companies, a lot of billionaires that own these businesses,
Yeah.
they're not willing to look at you unless you have a university degree, because
Right.
we equate a degree with a certain level of intellect.
Right.
And now we're saying,
which is
that-
unfortunate.
which is
but
unfortunate, but it is a case.
it is, yeah.
And it's a level of merit that is
Okay.
that is definitely earned, right? A
Right.
university degree is
Okay.
definitely earned,
Yeah.
and they use that merit to judge the capability of the employee that they're looking at the
Yeah.
interview candidate. And that also goes into this statistic that I was looking at. It was
Yeah.
that a college degree, according to the U.S. Bureau, so this is U.S. related, but it probably relates to
We're
a lot
pretty
of
similar, yeah.
yeah. So according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor,
Uh-huh.
college graduates earn an average of 61% more
Right.
than non-college graduate students.
Yeah.
In the same profession? Or?
In the States. No,
No,
just-
overall,
Or just overall.
overall.
Okay.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
think that has a lot to do with employers not wanting to hire non-college graduates just because
Right.
of the the intellect that we equate
Yeah.
with university and college.
I mean, if you want me to be like realistic, like real, of course you need a degree because these companies won't hire you if you don't have one. But like what I'm
A
saying
lot
is
of them, some of them are opening up for sure.
I think we're transitioning towards that because the way online learning is moving. I think we're
Especially
definitely
nowadays
greatest.
with like
It's not the greatest.
No, I'm not talking about like university facilitated learning. I'm
Yeah.
talking about on your own, watching something or
Oh,
reading
okay.
something from the internet,
Yeah. Self-taught.
self-taught. I think we're moving in that direction, and that's why I think university will be less and less needed later on. I think people are opening up to that idea and realizing that the people who are self-taught, which
save time and money.
The thing
You
is, like,
save a lot of money,
what
yeah.
professions can you really self-teach at home? There are not many.
a lot
Like what?
computer science,
That's one.
all of computer science,
And that's computer science is not
Yeah.
really a profession. It's a
Programming.
branch of
computer programming,
okay, programming, software design.
Yeah,
Okay, that's one. But what else can you really learn at home?
economics.
You think someone's gonna hire you as an economist
Hell yeah.
or as a financial advisor
Hell yeah, if you're able to like
if you're
provide
self-taught?
if you're able to provide a portfolio, right, of some sort, because that's what it is. A lot of times you have to build up a portfolio.
But
right?
you think anybody's gonna give you the chance to make a portfolio?
Not now. What I'm saying is like in the future,
We're
right?
getting there.
Like, yeah, I think
Transition.
we're moving towards that, right? But of course, these big like accounting firms and whatnot, they need you to have a business degree.
Realistically, I think there's only maybe a handful of degrees that could be done at home compared to
Right.
in an institution like a college or a university.
I
There's
still
only a
think-
handful.
I still think the majority of us don't need a university degree. We don't.
You can go to college.
You go to college, you could do trade school,
No, of course you can go to college is definitely an option,
right?
but we can't forego the fact that university is important to advancement of society.
I'm not saying
The
that. I'm
purest
not saying-
form, the purest form of university. Like I said,
Purest form.
it's been
Yeah.
been changed through capitalism,
Yeah,
right? And through tuition being like at all-time highs.
right.
So definitely I just can see why people don't like are not attracted to it as much.
Yeah,
But I think it still benefits in large part to the advancement of society.
I guess it's really personal then. It has to be. It has to be. For me, like I still can't like for me, I'm thinking like for myself. I don't think university has helped me. And maybe it has, in ways that I can't like
You don't see
It's
yet.
not
can't
tangible.
articulate.
It's not tangible.
it's not tangible.
Yeah.
It's not tangible because everything like that I'm learning on my own is actually like business skills that are useful in someone else's business, right? I can come in and help them immediately. That's what I'm training myself to do now. Just learn business skills and apply them, right? But I guess it's personal, right? Like,
So if you were to go back in time somehow,
yeah,
would you choose to go back to school?
to university?
To-
Hell no.
What? So, okay, so
Oh.
you wouldn't go back,
No.
and that's because, and it's not. Does it have anything to do with tuition fees?
No.
Just the fact that you can teach yourself.
Yeah, and you can get certifications.
The time, I think the time is a huge factor too, right?
So you wouldn't go to university either, Osama,
No,
or college,
I would go to college,
but you're not university.
but not university.
What's the
Because of-
difference?
This is
Like
the
in
time.
the time?
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I'm 24 and still
Yeah.
in education, like still learning, in school. Sorry, I mean.
But that's also
And-
because you pivoted, right?
Yeah, because I went to college first and then and now I'm in university. But I think you just save a lot of time, and time is money, as they say.
right.
So what about you, Sajil? Would you, if you had a chance to go back, you went to college first.
I'm still in college.
You're still in college, so not that there's anything wrong with that, but would you choose to start college, or would you choose to work or university? What would you do if you had a chance to go back?
I think I'd stick to the same path.
Same path.
Yeah.
And so you're like so we're blessed to be in a country like Canada because student loans is, yes, it's an issue because they still exist, but they're not an issue for the current, for the present, because we're able to borrow that money
Right.
at an interest-free rate at least until we graduate.
Exactly. It's a lot of grants as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of money. So yeah, so loans wasn't an issue for you.
No.
And you never thought about like how I'm gonna pay this off.
No, because college isn't as much as university is. It's a lower, more reasonable rate, I'd say. And I think coming from there and then going into university, having some skills that I could use into my profession later on after university, I think it's beneficial for me in the long run.
Like here, I want to bring up something. So recently, we've been talking about real estate, and now when we're looking into real estate, the way that it's offered is all online. Like, you know, it's self-taught. You just pay for the course. So
Right.
like
That depends, though.
And the exams.
That depends,
And the-
though. You can
You
al-
can also do it in college.
Yeah, it is in college now,
it is in
but
college.
you can actually attend a class and actually be in person. And that's your choice. You're given the
Okay.
choice.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but just that, like, it's coming. It's starting. That's starting to happen more.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting
But,
at.
but I'm
It's-
thinking, so like last point.
Yeah.
Like just before we wrap up, my point is a lot of practical business skills to be a functioning part of any, like, most businesses. You can, like, you don't need university to learn those, and that's why I don't think you need university. And I might not suggest it to my kids in the future,
Okay.
but we'll see.
Or you wouldn't
That's-
push for it as much.
Yeah, but that's my verdict. That's my verdict on this.
Okay. So Jill, you have anything to say before we? I'm gonna give my final take on this, but so Jill, you have anything to say?
I'm gonna be on Rahil's side to an extent.
Okay.
I won't tell them that it's mandatory to go to university like my kids, but I'll give them the option, and I won't make them feel like they're obligated or that's the only way to be successful or that's the only way you can achieve or gain respect in other people's eyes.
All right. What about you, Sama?
Facts.
What about you,
I'm
Sama?
I'm at the same spot as
Yeah?
you. I think I'd agree with that. Like, you know, growing up, we just thought like this is the way, and we weren't given any options.
Yeah.
But like, definitely not now. Like, I see a lot of other ways, you know, that you can get to the same destination, basically.
Okay, so I'm gonna give like a little small explanation here, and that's gonna be my last point. It'll be the verdict. And you know, if we're equating money with success, then yeah, you probably don't need university. You can make money pretty much, you know, whatever with whatever you want to do. I think recently we found out that you can make a lot of money doing whatever you want in this society. You can make millions of dollars as a YouTuber. You can make millions of dollars as a gamer. You could make millions of dollars as a Facebook advertiser,
As podcasters.
as podcasters, right? So if you're thinking about, do I need university to make money? Then no, that's not the case here. But to say that we don't need university, I feel like that's wrong, because like I said,
Knowledge is power.
knowledge is power, and university aims to teach you theories, right? To apply, and so that you can form more research, do more research, and build more theories. And that's how we advance as a society anyways. That's how we're able to do
Right.
research on cancer, research in space, research in engineering, research in computing, right?
Okay.
And that's why I think that to say that university is not necessary is wrong. But if you're just
Yeah.
looking to make money, then yes, there's a plethora, millions of ways to make
Yeah.
money. But we have to understand that university is more about knowledge first. And if you want to do that, and if you want to learn, then university is definitely the way to go. And I think that's the verdict. I think obviously, like, you know, my co-hosts here, Sajil, Rahil, Sama, they
That's
believe,
fine. We're going to fight after this.
yeah. But I believe that
Physical.
they're thinking more of if you're trying to make money, then no, university is not
that's how
necessary.
society
No,
judges
no,
you,
no.
right?
We're done. We're done.
Okay.
We're
okay.
done.
Yeah. Yes.
No,
Any-
I'll give you the knowledge is power.
Yeah.
We'll end it off on that.
Yeah.
I
Knowledge is
will-
power. Keep learning. You know, seek knowledge
Sure.
from the cradle to the grave.
Sure. Whoever you agree with, let us know down in the comments.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know,
and yeah,
keep
that's-
us posted if you have any opinions.
right.
Interact with us.
follow us everywhere. Share us everywhere.
Yes, the link tree's in the bio. And yeah, we'll see you next time.